Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, July 16. It's already a warm 72 degrees. High today is going to be a hot 99, so we expect that in July. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Kime.
Good morning, Enid. I'm Sara Delangel.
Well, good morning, Sara. Welcome.
Good morning, Steve. I'm glad to be here.
Well, good. As you can see, we've kind of changed things up a little bit. We have a great show for you. Sara joins us for the first time, and she's under the spotlight this morning, but you're in the solid waste supervisor. Quickly, what is that?
Well, I oversee the landfill recycle program and also the collection of the solid waste.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll talk about more of that. The show today, I'm really excited about it because it deals with some life-saving tips. What else do we have on the show today?
Well, we have a very special guest. I'm actually really excited about this program. The special guest that we have is a dear friend of mine, and I'm pretty sure that everybody here wants to hear what she has to say. So I'm very excited. It's definitely something you all want to watch.
It's 7:31, and it's time to do what?
It's time to rise and shine, Enid.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. It's 7:32, so you got 28 minutes if you got to get to the office by 8 o'clock. And this is the fastest 30 minutes for us because we're doing news, weather, sports, and information, and all kinds of stuff before 8 o'clock. And I know that it's kind of hectic for you getting kids out to maybe to camp or other places or vacation. But we appreciate you joining us. And we have a great show today. So, Sara, welcome. It's good to have you. As you can see, we kind of have some revolving doors on our staff. People come and go. So we're glad that you're with us. So let's, right off the bat, let's look at the 3-day forecast. I know here in mid-July, it's been pretty hot.
It's been extremely hot lately.
So our next 3 days, Sara, looks like what?
Well, then this upcoming weekend, it's going to continue to be really hot. Friday will be 99, Saturday will be 100, and Sunday we are looking at a high of 102. So it's definitely going to be a hot weekend, Steve.
Typical July weather, around 100 degrees, lows in the 70s, so it never really cools off at night. You know, this morning was 72, I believe, when we started, so anyway, it's pretty warm. We have a lot of changes going on in our community, some street closings that we want to share with you to keep that in mind on your commute to work. Trying to remember, I think it's, was it the Elm Street?
Yes, East Elm Street between 19th and 20th Street will be closed.
Yeah.
East Chestnut will also be closed between North 15th and North 16th Street. Okay,
and as you can see on the graphic there, on North 15th Street, it's going to be limited to one-way traffic during that time. So please keep that in mind. And I know it's an inconvenience when you see orange cones and things like this and road closings and detours, but in this case, we're trying to repair a water line that is probably 70-some years old, and I guess when I become 70-some years old, I may need some repair as well. So anyway, be patient with us. It's 7:34, again, holding steady at 72 degrees, high today all the way up to 99. But they did say, the weatherman did say, 20% chance of rain tonight, which really means nothing. 20% really means nothing. So, well, we want to see what happened overnight in the news, and with that, we have the Oklahoma Minute with Jacob Zimny. And Jacob this is his last show with us, Sara.
Yes, it's his last day on the show.
He's heading south. He's going to Oklahoma City, I believe, for other opportunities. But we appreciate Jacob and his faithfulness to Good Morning Enid. So here is the Oklahoma Minute.
Good morning, Enid. This is your Oklahoma Minute. The Oklahoma Attorney General's office has filed charges against a woman for falsely claiming to have cancer. 40-year-old Jennifer Garrison posted photos of herself online with a shaved head in order to solicit donations from charitable groups. The Oklahoma Wildlife Department warns that black bear sightings have gone up in eastern Oklahoma. Sightings have been made in Broken Arrow, Tahlequah, Muskogee, Wewoka, and Ada, and the agency warns that black bear sightings could happen anywhere east of I-35. President Obama made a trip to Durant yesterday. There he announced that the town would be part of Connect Home, a government program that aims to provide low-income people with high-speed internet. Obama goes on to El Reno Correctional Institution today, the first time a sitting president has gone to a federal prison for a speech. Finally, right here in Enid, the Connie Mack State Baseball Tournament began yesterday and lasts up to July 18th. The tournament will last all day with baseball teams competing, and you can find them at the David Allen Memorial Ballpark. That's your Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. And I like his clarification. He said that's the first time a sitting U.S. president went to prison. And there was a pause. And then he said, for, what was the word? You know, some speaking engagement or something like that. At least he finished the sentence out. I thought, okay, first time president went to federal prison. So, okay. Thanks, Jacob. We will miss Jacob, but he'll be back later on the show. So, we want to remind everyone that we have a City Commission meeting coming up next Tuesday, which I believe will be the 21st. Study session will be live on Enid TV. That's enidtv.org. You can watch the study session. It gets underway around 5 o'clock. That's being broadcast live and live streaming as well. And then the regular meeting will be again next Tuesday as the mayor and the board of commissioners, city commissioners get together for 6:30 in the council chambers. And again, that will be on enidtv.org and also channel 12 and 112. So that's next Tuesday, city commission meeting. So that's that.
And now it's time for our What's Going On with Raquel.
Good morning, Enid. We have a few events going on this weekend. On Saturday morning, we have the Enid Pause for the Cause Dachshund Dash. This will be at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center at 10 a.m. and these dachshunds will race each other on a 35-foot racing trail. So you're more than welcome to go out and watch these cute little puppies race each other for a good cause. And on Sunday, we have March of Dimes golf tournament at the Meadow Lake Golf Course. This starts at 11 a.m. It's $60 per player, includes entry to all events, golf cart, lunch, and you could win various prizes. Also, we always invite you to go to visitenid.org. That way you can look at more events that are going on in Enid this weekend or even during the week and see what's available for you and your family to attend to. So that's what's going on in Enid this weekend.
Very good. Thank you, Raquel. Some great events, as you can see, especially the March of Dimes event. I love to play golf, and usually I get to play golf in fundraising events. So break out the clubs and support the March of Dimes. And easy for you to say, Dachshund Dash. Say that real quick.
Oh, Dachshund.
There you go, Dachshund Dash.
Dachshund Dash.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's coming up. So it's 7:38. Good morning, Enid. Thanks for joining us. Still holding steady at 72 degrees. Wind's kind of been out of the south-southeast this morning at 4 miles per hour. I wonder if we can get the radar up. Our engineers, which is really a staff of AJ, there we go. AJ Wells, behind the scenes, got that radar working for us this morning. As you can see, there's a couple blips on the radar up in Kansas, but right up there on I-35. But anyway, that's a new feature for you this morning, so you can see, besides not a cloud in the sky, it's not raining anywhere, Sarah. But anyway, AJ, thank you for doing that for us, and Penn for putting it up on the screen. 7:39, and you know, you participated in the department head videos. Remember when you did that?
I did.
And you kind of introduced yourself to the audience and talked a little bit about what solid waste was all about. Well, now we have an opportunity to learn more about our city clerk, and that is Linda Parks, and we'll see that right now.
Hello, my name is Linda Parks, and I serve as Enid's City Clerk. The City Clerk is responsible for the care of the official records and documents of the city and for providing and maintaining legal and historical records and information. The City Clerk also coordinates all municipal and special elections held by the city, coordinates the annual board and commission recruitment process, administers a citywide records management program, and coordinates the updating of the Enid municipal and zoning codes. The City Clerk's Department receives all water utility payments and issues contractor and miscellaneous business licenses, alarm, garage sale, and park shelter permits. If I can be of assistance to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda Parks. Linda is just a great individual to work with, and her staff is very busy down the city clerk's office. As you can tell, with everything she shared, they do a lot of things, and we appreciate Linda and her entire group. Okay, enough of us. We have a great story, and we have a great interview for you today. Jamara is going to talk about our special guest, and it focuses on CPR and the importance of that. So, Jamara, we look forward to this visit.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you, Steve, and welcome, Sara. This morning, our special guest is Amanda Carley. She graciously accepted appearing with us on the show to share her story. She went through a life-changing experience involving the knowledge of CPR. Amanda, thanks again for being with us. Can you tell us your story?
Absolutely. I have 4 children, and we swim at my in-laws' swimming pool just about every day in the summer. It's quieter, and there aren't as many people, obviously. And on June 5th, we went swimming for what we thought was going to be about an hour. And my 2 oldest daughters, their ages 8 and 6, were swimming in the pool, and my 3-year-old had a floaty, a puddle jumper wrapped around her body. She was swimming with them too, and I was on the patio with my mother-in-law and our newborn. And my third, B, we call her B, her name is Britton, but we call her B, she got out of the pool and said she had to go to the bathroom. And so I left my mother-in-law on the patio with the baby, took B inside, and she had an accident, so I got her all cleaned up and sent her back outside to the patio with my mother-in-law and said, go get a new swimsuit and put your floaty back on. And I went back inside to clean up. And I heard the baby start to fuss from inside the house, but I knew my mother-in-law was with them. And my mother-in-law had told B to wait. She said, you wait here for mommy. And then the baby started to fuss. My mother-in-law started taking care of a fussy baby. And I was inside the house for probably about 5 minutes. And as I went to walk outside, and I stepped on the patio, I talked to my mother-in-law for a minute, and then over her shoulder I saw B's bottom bob above the water in just her swimsuit. And so I screamed and ran, and they don't float when they drown above the water. They kind of float under the water, and so she had bobbed up and then gone back under and was completely lifeless. And so I jumped in and I pulled her out, and I was screaming, she's gone, she's gone. And I screamed for my mother-in-law to call 911. And all of my children are there at that point. The 2 big girls are there, so they're witnessing all of this. And B was gray, and her lips were purple, and her eyes were open, but she was not there. And so I instantly didn't think to do CPR because I just was grieving and scared. And so I just started screaming, what do I do, what do I do? And so my mother said push, and then I remembered that 3 weeks before I had taken a CPR class and gotten certified in CPR. So I laid her on the ground and I started pushing, and nothing was happening. And so I did chest compressions. And after the first round of chest compressions, she started to seize on me, so she had a seizure. And so I couldn't give her mouth to mouth. And she began to vomit. I did chest compressions again. She began to vomit again. At that point, I could hear the sirens. The firemen were there so fast. I could hear them coming, but I knew that I couldn't wait on them. And she vomited multiple times and had multiple seizures. And I picked her up and ran her under the patio because I kind of thought that I didn't think I was going to get her back. And I wanted her to have her head on a soft spot because there was a rug out there. And just as I laid her down, she vomited again. gallons of water and blinked and moaned. And I turned her to her side, and right then is when first responders stepped on the patio, and she was alive. She was alive. I don't know how, but she was alive.
Amanda, you know, as a mother, as a parent, sometimes we think that these events are so far away from us, you know, that it's not going to happen to us, or maybe that we have things under control, but this can happen in a split second. Kids are fast, and there's nothing that we can do, because sometimes it just happens. But you know, in CPR made the difference. You knew when to react. So what can you tell the people that are watching us at home, parents, grandparents, caregivers, what can you tell them about CPR, about learning CPR?
I believe that you can't, in that situation, seconds really do matter. And I don't think that you have time to wait sometimes on someone to get there. And if I had waited, she wouldn't be here. If I hadn't known and had the cognitive ability in my brain to start CPR and know what to do, I don't believe that B would be here with us today. When I took that class 3 weeks before, I actually took the little girl who babysits for us. We have a 16-year-old who babysits for us, and I asked her if she knew CPR, and she said no. And I said, well, I don't either, so let's go learn together. And we were proactive because this happened so fast. My mother-in-law was right there. A fussy baby, though, caused a bit of a distraction, and a disobedient 3-year-old, not listening to Nanny when she told her to wait. It happened so fast.
But you know, kids are so energetic. They can be all over the place very quickly. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy that this story had a happy ending. I'm really happy that it worked out because you knew CPR. Mm-hmm. Now, can you share with us what have you learned from this experience?
We have learned that life does change in a second, and people say that, and we've said that before, that life changes in a second, but we value our seconds even more now with our family. We are more aware of just our time together and enjoying our time together more than ever before. And I feel like that, you said that this could happen to anyone. We were so aware around the swimming pool. We swim every day. If one person has to potty, everybody gets out. If one person wants a snack, everybody gets out. And thankfully, we had my mother-in-law there with us that day. A lot of times we swim by ourselves. And man, it could have gone a completely different direction, but it didn't. And we are aware swimmers. And sometimes it doesn't matter how much you pay attention. No matter how many eyes are out there, sometimes it's still not enough. And we have a much better story to tell now than what we could have told.
Well, thanks again for sharing your story. Absolutely. I know that, especially now in summertime, when parents bring their kids to public pools or private pools, I'm sure they're going to be more aware of how to take care of their kids. Thanks again for sharing your story. If you want to learn CPR, you can visit the Red Cross. I believe they have some online classes, or you can visit with your local centers in town and ask where you could get a CPR class. That's all we have this morning. So thanks again for being with us. And now back to you, Steve and Sara.
Very good. Jamara and Amanda, thank you very much. It's just, I have a grandson, and he's 7, and he's becoming a fish. And when he comes to our house, we have a pool, so when he comes to our house, you have that awareness that, okay, just still be safe. And as Amanda said, just a moment. It's not like you're leaving for 20 minutes or something, just a moment how things change. And so it just raises awareness. And I appreciate Amanda's sincerity and just her willingness to share the story, because you can tell, boy, she just relived that moment.
Right, right. It's definitely a touching moment, life-changing moment, and I think it's important that we grab the importance of the message and get ready, be prepared, and take those CPR classes to make sure that we're ready, not just for our family, but for whoever is in need.
I know in my case, I took a CPR class 20 plus years ago, but that prompted me a few months ago to work with the Enid Fire Department, where we produced an instructional video about CPR here at the ETN studios. That it's airing on Channel 12 and 112 now. And I was just prompted that, you know, we all need reminders of the significance and the importance. And one thing that I learned, Sarah, about the instructional video that we did is that the Enid Fire Department, they did the instructional video for the adult, the child, and the infant. And I'd kind of lost track of the child and infant steps to take. And so it's still very informative, and you can see that on enidtv.org as well. So, well, good morning, Enid. Again, Amanda and Jamara, thank you for that great story and interview, and we just appreciate you being with us this morning. 7:51, Holden State, it's 72 degrees, Sarah. Wind still out of the south, southeast, around 4 miles per hour. High today is going to be a hot 99. However, 20% chance of rain tonight. We have another department head video. We want to keep showing these to you because we want to introduce various members of the staff at the City of Enid, and we have one of those to share with you right now.
Hello, I'm Andrea Chisholm. I'm the City Attorney for the City of Enid. I represent the City of Enid, and I advise the City Council, City Departments, and City Boards and Commissions regarding legal and regulatory matters of concern to the City and its operations. In addition, my office represents the City in all City lawsuits and administrative proceedings filed against or on behalf of the City. The City's legal department is divided into 2 divisions, Legal Services and the Municipal Court. If I can be of service to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
And that's another busy young lady, Andrea Chisholm. We appreciate the work that she does for it. 7:52, good morning, Enid, on this Thursday, July 16. I'd like to remind you that we just started last week, and even on the radio shows this week, we've been talking about hometown talent, and we want you. So if you are or have a student, first grade through 12th, and they can sing, play, musical instrument, I was talking on the radio the other day, you know, if you have a student that can recite I Have a Dream speech, or the preamble, or Gettysburg Address, or anything that they have committed to memory, we want to highlight that talent, and we want to record them here at the ETN studios here in Enid and play it back on Channel 11 and 111. So a couple ways to contact us. Again, no competition. We just want to highlight students and their talents. They can call the ETN studios at 540-8918, or you can send an email to asksteve@enid.org. So we want you to showcase your talent. So mom and grandparents, you have somebody in the 1st through 12th grade in the Enid area and right here in Enid, please contact us because we want you on television. Okay? You got anybody that fits that category?
Well, I actually do. I have my sister. I think she's very talented. She's actually the artistic one in the family. She sings, she paints.
What grade is she in?
She's actually a senior, so
Oh,
I guess
okay.
she would qualify.
Yeah, she would qualify.
I may tell her. I
Get
think
it.
she'll like the spotlight. So.
Tell her we need her today. We'll record her today. So.
Awesome. Well, now it's time for our Oklahoma Minute with Jacob.
Good morning, Enid. Welcome back. The Oklahoma Attorney General filed charges against a woman for falsely claiming to have cancer. 40-year-old Jennifer Garrison posted photos of herself with a shaved head in order to solicit donations from charitable groups. The Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Department reports more black bear sightings in eastern Oklahoma. Sightings have taken place in Broken Arrow, Tahlequah, Muskogee, Wewoka, and Ada, and the agency warns that black bear sightings could occur anywhere east of I-35. President Obama visited Durant yesterday to plug a new program called Connect Home, which aims to provide low-income people with high-speed internet access. He's scheduled to speak at El Reno Correctional Institution today. It'll be the first time a sitting U.S. president has given a speech at a federal prison. Finally, the Connie Mack State Baseball Tournament is taking place from yesterday to July 18th. This will happen at the David Alley Memorial Ballpark, and you can catch that today in the next 2 days. That's your Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sarah.
Okay, and Jacob, again, we want to say thank you for the role that you played the last few months here on the Oklahoma Minute. And I'm always just admire Jacob. Just wanted to say thank you for his service. He served in the Marine Corps, and so Jacob, thank you for your service to our great country. And to Good Morning Enid, and we wish you well as you venture off to Oklahoma City. So anyway, we will continue on with future Good Morning Enids, and we'll find a replacement for Jacob, which will be difficult to do, but we will do that. Well, okay, we got plans for the weekend. What's the weather going to do, Sarah?
Well, once again, it's going to be a hot weekend. We are looking at close to 100 on Friday. Saturday will be 100, and Sunday 102. So it's definitely a perfect weekend if you can get away to go to the lake or do something fun and just enjoy the summer.
One thing I've noticed is the sun is setting a little bit earlier. About 1 minute each day, but that's still a little bit earlier. So our long, hot summers are diminishing. So anyway, I'd like to remind everybody you can send us a note at asksteve@enid.org, and the cows will be checking the mail. There they are. We're going to have to name those. There's 3 of them, I think, right? The one on the right, maybe the one on the right, we'll call that Hope, okay? Because she has that real inquisitive look, you know, like, send me a letter, would you please? We're looking for comments on guests for the show, recipes, pictures of your vacation trip. If you've gone to see the Rockies or whatever, send us a picture and we'll put it here on Good Morning Enid. But you can email that to us at asksteve@enid.org. And look at that, there we go. That's probably AJ's dog on a surfboard. AJ was in Hawaii last week, I think. He said he really needed to take off for a couple doctor's appointments, but I think he went to Hawaii. So anyway, it's 7:56, holding steady at 72 degrees. And I think we need to get Raquel back.
Yes, it's definitely time for What's Going On with Raquel.
Just a pause for the cause. Dachshund Dash this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center. And this will feature dachshunds racing each other on a 35-foot racing field. Also, we have March with Dimes Golf Tournament, which will be Sunday morning at 11 a.m. at the Middle Lake Golf Course. It's $60 per player, which includes entry to all events, a golf cart, lunch, and a chance to win various prizes. And we have visitenid.org that we invite you to visit. That way you can see what other great events are going on in Enid and during the week. So that's what's going on in Enid this weekend.
Very good, Raquel. Thank you very much. As typical, the weekends are full here in Enid, Oklahoma. So we don't have time to run the pet promo this morning, and I apologize for that. But you can call, let's see, what is it, 249? Is it 4910? I'm trying to remember the phone number. I think it's 249-4910. Yes, that's the number. There's plenty of pets to adopt at the animal shelter. And by the way, Nora got adopted last week. Yay! Yes. So we appreciate that. 249-4910, the Enid Animal Shelter. They need you to help find homes for some cats and dogs, so keep them in mind. Sarah, quick as 30 minutes, but we got to go.
We got to go.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you next Thursday on Good Morning Enid. Make it a great day. Thanks.